Hey, what's up everybody? Radx here, the one from 72, the ultra neutral. And earlier this morning, I hustled to get this video out to say that, hey, there's going to be a premiere tonight at 8 o'clock, that I was actually going to post the first actual full-length Radx files. And literally, it was like almost a 2-hour movie. And it was just all documentation of connecting the 9/11 and the 1972 phenomenon, and as well as the 172 phenomenon. So I took this video that I already found on YouTube. It's YouTube's content. It's already on there, right? I didn't take it from anywhere else and try to put it on YouTube. I pulled it off of YouTube, and it's just the towers being hit. Okay, that's all it is. Now, here's the thing. You can see that on television all day long, with the towers being hit. You can see it on History Channel, Discovery Channel. You pick your poison news channel. You can watch that anywhere. And in fact, the video that I pulled was actually off of YouTube. So somebody else already has this on YouTube. I take it, I cut it down so it's not as long and lengthy. And I add my own content with the stuff that I'm talking about with the connections to it, and then I post it on YouTube, and it's just like a little 10-minute video saying that there's gonna be a big premiere tonight for the main video. And I got it taken down, and YouTube told me, like, they sent me this letter saying that that it violates their violent crime behavior or something. And I'm just like, first of all, I don't say anything about being violent. I don't tell, in fact, saying to be neutral and to stop trying to control other humans is the complete opposite of that. And I don't say be a pacifist, but I'm not going the other route either, right? Like, those of you who are out there trying to push control, there'll be a time when things will be out of control and you'll have to resort to violence to try to get your control. I'm telling people to go the opposite route, to try to give up, stop trying to control other humans, but don't let other humans try to control you either. So it's not about letting them control you, But yeah, so they felt the need to remove my video. They said it's not a copy. They said it's not a strike against me or anything, and I might not have known. And it just gave me like this whole layout of, why they're pulling it down, because it's a violent crimes, behavior and stuff. And it's like, first of all, it came off of YouTube. So why didn't you take that person's video down? Why I actually looked on YouTube, and there's tons of videos of the same thing. So they just don't want you to have the truth, apparently. Because as the towers are being hit, I put in captions with evidence showing, all these connections of these things. But I clearly say, and I'm saying this right now again, the 1972 time hack is not a conspiracy. 99% of the people who run the government, people who work for any city or whatever, or work in anything of a position of power over the rest of the peons, the rest of you just common humans, any of those people, they have no idea that the time hack happened. They don't know. They go about their lives just like you do, just trying to get a paycheck, just trying to be up on the rung of the ladder, one step above everybody else with their cushy government job and stuff like that. They literally don't know. And when they see it, they might still not even understand it, even though it's all factual evidence in front of their face. And now, this puts me to another point. I was talking to one of my students at the school today, and he's been with me from the beginning, and his nickname's Shadow. And he literally said to me, Sensei, people just don't care. If it's not happening, if it's not affecting them right now, then they don't care. And that really hit home, because I just thought about it. It's like, yeah, it's a waste of time making these videos. It's 100% a waste of time. I think I've done enough, and I think I've said enough. After this, I'm going to get out maybe 3 videos at the max. I'm going to do the one on the Draconians because I have to, because I did the reptilians and I did the Anunnaki. And I'm going to share with you guys a video that's already up on YouTube, and it's a reptilian woman. It's an interview with a reptilian woman. It has over 1 million views, and I've listened to it quite a few times, and there's no way possible that this is someone of human origins that's just making up a story. And I can always tell when somebody's making up stories. I can always tell when somebody's bullshitting. And a lot of times I'll just let them keep going, but I know that they're liars, right? Like if we are in a honest time, and I mean an honest time, where if somebody was making crazy ass claims, they're standing up on a soapbox and they're which is very dangerous for what some people, because other people just want to believe stuff and they'll follow the wrong people in the wrong direction, and it'll be at the detriment to their own good health and will, and maybe to others around them because of what they're doing. I don't care. If you want to go join a suicide cult, go for it. That's on you. You know, it's your life. If that's what you want to do, bye. You know, go do it. But you know, there's people that they sit out there, and that's not, you know, in an honest time, you know, somebody literally can just say, we're going to hold your feet to the fire for the crazy ass claims that you're making. And if you're lying, then we're going to, you know, dump your ass in the pit or whatever, you know, to make people prove the crazy shit that they're saying. That's an honest time to be able to just, you know, snatch somebody's ass up and say, the claims that you're making are a big deal. So show me the proof. If you have no proof, we're going to have a problem here. But people are protected by by this whole thing with the government, so that they can sit out there and they can make crazy claims, and because of that, they can cause a lot of damage to people's already fragile minds, right? Like humans cling to belief. They want to believe, you know, and so like the stuff that I'm talking about, I always go, here's the evidence. Here's the proof. And I'm not trying to build a following. I'm not making up crazy claim stories that don't have any evidence. I'm not selling anything. I don't claim that I'm writing a book to sell or any of that crap or anything like that. I'm literally like, here's the proof, guys. You know, and like I said, you know, when Shadow said that to me, it made me think, you know, all this stuff that I'm doing causes me more stress and more, it takes me away from really trying to evolve myself, right? Like there's a reason why the Draconian came to me, and there are things that are happening with me, and I can't tell you guys everything, and that's another thing too, right? Like I don't tell you this stuff because that would be one of those things, like when somebody's making claims, right? You say, well, prove it. Well, first of all, even if I was to prove it, I wouldn't prove it to you guys. I don't need to. And it has nothing to do with you. Like, when I was talking about other people who are making the claims, they're making claims because they have this grandiose idea about them. You're constantly hearing them. I listen to certain people, and all they say when they're doing interviews or they're talking on YouTube is I, me, I, me. It's constant I's and me's. Like, I listened to this one guy, I sat there for 10 minutes, and I counted how many times he said I and how many times he said me. And all the while, people are like acting as if he's doing them a service, but all he's talking about is himself and this grandiose thing. And he's not doing any service because there's no actual evidence or proof or anything to actually go help anybody. It's all about trying to, you know, build this false persona up. Well, like I said, the stuff that I'm talking about is not like that, right? It's nothing like that. I'm like, here is the evidence of what's going on. Just look at it. And I say, and that's why I make the videos. I try to show you guys the videos. Here's the evidence. Here's what it is. And apparently it struck a nerve, and now they're shut the video off, right? They shut the video down, took it down, which means I will never be able to get out what happened with 9/11 in 1972 on YouTube. It'll never happen. You'll never see it. So you're going to have to go look up the stuff on your own, right? Why do they won't want you to see it? Now that could be conspiracy. But when I say about everything else on the time hack, you know, I mean, up until now, if that's what's happening, if that's what they're doing, they're blocking it because they don't want you to know, then that would be a conspiracy. If they're not blocking it because they don't want you to know, then that's not a conspiracy. It's just because they obviously, for some reason, don't want me to put up the content that's already on YouTube, right? But like I'm talking about, like some of these other people who are out there and they're they're dangerous, right? Like the stuff that I'm saying is about being ultra neutral. You have people out there who are literally like only two sips of Kool-Aid away from being Jonestown, people's church, like having a compound of people following them. It's just, those people are dangerous. They make crazy ass claims. They can't show anything to it. And they're building themselves up to this grandiose personality and this grandiose person. And meanwhile, they're collecting followers. People are giving them money. People are giving them all this stuff, praising them all the time. And it's just like, where is the return on that? And that's exactly what happened. So what they will do is so here's what happens with these type of personalities, these type of people. They build themselves up like that, and then they offer you something that doesn't exist. A ride on a UFO, a ticket to the kingdom of heaven, or whatever. They're not showing you anything. They can't prove what they're offering you. But what they're asking of you is everything in the end. And that's why you get people like that, like the Jonestown, with the People Church, or even like people who are really dangerous, especially right now in this time when everything's coming out in disclosure, when all that's going on, and people are going to be clinging to listening to people speak about alien stuff and things like that. And these people who are making up, false stories and saying that they've done this and they've done that, yet they have no documentation anywhere they've done any of these things, and that they've been to other planets and all these things that they're saying. And they also claim that they have, these heavy Christian beliefs as well. Mixing aliens and a religious belief together is exactly what got people involved with trying to catch a ride on a spaceship that was in the wake of the tail of the Halley's Comet, right? That's the same thing. That's exactly what that guy was selling those people. He was selling them that, right? Like it was, they were entrenched into the idea of, having some type of religious beliefs, but they also were very fascinated with the idea of extraterrestrials. And that became a mix of a disaster that happened where a bunch of people committed suicide. That's more dangerous than the stuff that I'm talking about. And if you don't know what that is, that's Heaven's Gate. Look it up. And if you pay attention to these people, and you pay attention to these type of cults and stuff, and those things that are going on that have happened, and you listen to them, and you listen to some of the guys now that are on YouTube and some of the things they're saying, and you listen to I don't put those things together. And you guys already know that. I try, in fact, I'm all about being neutral, right? You can accept people for who they are, you accept their beliefs, stuff like that, but I don't choose any of those things, right? Like, and then you have these people who are out there pushing the two, claiming that they've met Jesus, and then claiming that they hung out with aliens on Mars. Like, I mean, that's dangerous, because what happens is weak-minded humans, which there are a lot of weak-minded humans, and some of you right now that are listening, I'm not saying everybody, but some of you right now are very weak-minded, and you're looking for, not when you come to me, I'm sure, but most of humans are always looking for something to believe in. You know that song by Poison, Give Me Something to Believe In? Well, I mean, it's like, why do you have to have something? Why do you need somebody to give you something to believe in? That song shouldn't even exist. Give me something to believe in. I mean, it's absurd, right? It's like you're looking for just because there's a hole inside of you and you want to fill it. And I'm saying, don't look for things to try to fill a void in a hole. Just be you. Be a whole person by yourself. Evolve that way. And so there are people out there, like I said, you guys will see. Mark my words. I'm telling you right now. As more disclosure comes out and they start talking more about this stuff with the, aliens and alien technology and all that stuff, you're going to get nut job cults out there. People who are already building an audience. And like, I don't say like, share, and subscribe. and I don't tell anybody to follow me in any kind of way. You guys already know that. I'm not about that. I'm about sharing information and showing you guys actual evidence, physical and factual evidence and literature evidence that you can look up to show to you that, hey, look, there's a time hack that's happened. Something has happened in time. But I'm not building myself as a grandiose personality. But there are people out there who are doing that. And they're already building a group. And as that group grows, and these people, nobody is challenging them and saying, wait a minute, let's take a step back. Let's look at, like, you have really no evidence. So they just literally are blindly following people. And they're going to follow them into a very bad place. And mark my words, those religious, alien suicide cults, those things are going to pop up like crazy, probably this year. And some of the people that you listen to right now on YouTube, they probably, there's somebody walking by, but the people that you listen to right now on YouTube, they probably will be in that group. It'll probably be the same type of people of what I'm talking about. And you're going to be like, oh my God, I used to listen to that guy on YouTube. And yeah, he was getting a big following. And now like him and like 300 and something people just drank the Kool-Aid, right? And these people are dangerous. And this mindset is dangerous. The people, when they first go and they follow these type of, these type of personalities, they don't go and say, hey, sign me up for a suicide cult. They don't do that, guys. It's not how it works. You just hear about the aftermath and you automatically assume that all those people are crazy. That's not how it works. They get entrenched into somebody's dynamic stories and their personality, and they get so without no evidence of anything at all. Like, I show evidence and I don't want followers. I keep to myself. You guys already know that. And I don't tell people to collect in groups. And I'm not trying to sell anything. But these people who are doing this, they're dangerous. And what happens is people get latched onto them and they believe the stuff that they're saying. They believe the lies. They believe the bullshit. They don't test them. They're just too hungry for a hole to be filled inside of them. It's like, what is wrong with you? And then they don't at first think that, oh, well, hey, one day we might have to all commit suicide. They don't think that. They think that they're, they found a void in a hole because they feel different. Okay, so like that cult that I was talking about, the one where they wanted to catch the Heaven's Gate, right? Like, I listened to that guy and he said clearly in his thing, a lot, like, if you hate this world, well, a lot of people hate this world. He used that as one of the hooks to get people in, to make them think that, if you hate this world, and I hear this all the time and I get sick of hearing humans say this, oh, this world sucks. I hate this world. And they're constantly saying that. Well, that's exactly what his followers said. And they latched on to him because he was saying the same thing. He was echoing that. This guy was insane and suicidal long before anybody knew he was. He just took a bunch of people with him. Same thing with Jonestown, and same thing with other leaders like this. And then, like I said, they got latched onto the whole thing with they're fascinated about the alien stuff and catching a ride. And that's like, I hear these people say, I want the aliens to come get me and take me away. I want them to take me away. Please, yes, go wherever you need to go. Go with them. You don't know who you're talking about. You've never met him in your life. And you're saying you want him to come take you away? Go for it. But that's the same mentality. He was selling that to those people. You don't have to be here on this earth anymore. This earth sucks. It's horrible. These people are horrible. Everything's horrible here. But, aliens are going to come and they're going to take us all away. And people kept believing that, right? They believed what he was saying. He never said, hey, we're all just going to commit suicide to get there. No, it was all, we're going to catch a ride. But then something happened and his partner ended up dying. And he couldn't explain how that's possible when he said that she was some appointed by God. And he kept saying kingdom of heaven. And he kept talking about UFO. and ascending. This is all the same shit you're hearing right now on YouTube from people. Be careful. They're out there. That's a very serious warning that's happening right now. And because he couldn't explain her death and what happened, and because I think the UFO had already passed him or something, he said, oh, well, we're not going to go physically. We have to leave this body to get there. We have to, have you heard this? Ascend. These people are saying this shit right now on YouTube. They're dangerous. And if you listen to what he was saying, it's the same thing. If you go and you listen to the stuff that happened at Jonestown, it's very, very similar. And when they mix religion and they're mixing the alien phenomena thing too, that's too dangerous, guys. And if you don't think it's dangerous, just look at what happened in Jonestown, and just look what happened, well, not so much as Jonestown, but just look what happened with Heaven's Gate. It's all the same stuff. But yet they pull my video down and tell me that it's not, and it's stuff that I already pulled off the internet from YouTube. So yeah, I'm gonna get my last 3 videos done. I'm not even gonna hustle to do them. I don't know. I may get them up in 2. The next one might be up in a couple weeks or something. I need to start really working on me, and I need to. And I normally don't say me, and I, and all that. But I need to start moving forward in my own what gifts have been put upon me, as well as burdens that I see that are there as well. And I think that this is actually a wake up call for a changing point where I need to start changing things up. I need to switch gears here and try to figure out where I'm supposed to go next, what I'm supposed to do next. What is supposed to, you guys who've been following me for a while, you saw the things that happened with Alcor and the things out in Utah, and then the Serpent Mound, and most of the time, especially the one in Utah, I wasn't sure. That's what, and I wasn't, I was like, if I go there and there's a portal, I thought for sure I'm not coming back anyhow. So there was no point really. I felt like I didn't need to document anything, but the stuff that I talk about, it's not that I just have eyewitnesses there, but I don't tell people, I don't tell you guys to, when I talk about these things, I don't say, hey, give me some funding so I can go do this, or hey, meet me at the Serpent Mound, or meet me at this place, there's going to be a portal. I don't try to get a collection of a group of people. I'm literally doing it on my own. I say, hey, I'm going to go on this quest, this street quest, and I'm going to show you what's going on. I'm just going to document it. And so it's completely different than people who are building grandiose personalities off of no evidence at all. They're just talking. They have nothing. When I say the stuff about my skateboarding career, my acting career, my bodybuilding, and my martial arts school, and been doing it for 20 years, I have all documentations, all that. In fact, I did a video last year on November 12th on my birthday last year, which would have made me exactly 48 years old, which, because 1972 to November 12th, 2020 is 48 years old. And 4 plus 8 is 12. And I was like, that's just all just kind of works out good. I did a video on that day that showed all this stuff about my life and who I am. And then I just kind of shut up about it. I just wanted to kind of put it out there, so people could see, hey, I am a real person. The stuff that I'm talking about with where I played in a band, I played music and wrote the music, and, and been in a newspaper many times, and all these things that I've done. But I don't constantly make videos talking about me. The last video I did, that I posted up, I can't remember what that video was. It was 2 days ago. It seems like a long time ago. But if you look at the last 5 videos, just go and look at the last 5 videos I put up and see how many of them I sit there and boast about, oh, I did this and I did that, and look at me, and aliens and me, and hey, I want you guys to come on and ascend with me, and don't you just hate this world together, and just making up grandiose nonsense. I told you, this is a straight up And I don't think I've heard anybody else on YouTube say this until just now. And maybe somebody else is saying it, but I am saying it right now. There will be a mass emergence of these alien, suicide, religious death cults. That's coming. That's why I'm in the graveyard, because I'm done with I'm pretty much going to put the YouTube videos to bed. I'm almost done with that. And I may do like little tidbit things here and there. Maybe I'll like throw up like maybe a 2-minute video or something. I'll just talk like a couple minutes. Hey guys, this is what's going on. And then maybe I'll just shut it off. But it won't be a seriously edited video or anything like that. Just like a quick, just hey, this is what's going on, and or this is a thought for today. You know, maybe like a 2-minute video, but that's it. Because trying to share all this evidence with you guys, like Shadow says, you know, people really don't care anyhow. They just don't care because it's not affecting their lives. But it will affect your life, because when the time comes and the veil raises and advanced alien species are out here and they're roaming around and they're just, you know, part of, they start integrating with the rest of the humans, they're not going to be, I'm sure that, I can't speak for them, but if it was me and I'm an advanced species and I'm dealing with a species of very dull skulled creatures, I'm only going to be looking for the ones who literally put more thought into things instead of letting people think for them. Does that make sense? Right? Like when I say, here's all this stuff, here's a time hack, and then they're going to say, hey, yeah, this has really happened, but nobody really cared, you know, right? Like there wasn't a whole lot of thought put into it. You know, why would they bother to spend too much time with you? What makes you so special? Right? Like what makes you special just because you're human? I mean, it's just like, come on. And then it also doesn't mean that you're not special in some ways. I'm not saying that. But if you look at, there's a book out there and it narrows down how many personalities humans have. That's sad. It's really narrow. It's not, I think there's like over maybe like 20 something or something. I don't know. Somebody's going to be like, actually there's 34 or whatever, something like that. But it's sad. Like it should not be that simple, but that's how simple humans are. They're literally that simple. And I'm trying to get you to evolve your mind and not let people do, and not let somebody think for you. And I'm constantly saying, here is the evidence. Go look it up for yourself. I'm showing you and I'm trying to build the case so you can understand it, but go look it up. You know, go investigate it. Understand what's happening, because this is opening a door in your mind. In fact, yeah, that's what the last video was. The last video was me. I think I was trying to explain about, you know, trying to open up your minds and trying to help you, you know, move forward. It has nothing to do with me, guys. I'm not a leader of any group. Ultra neutral means there is no leaders. There's no leaders. On my planet, if I had a planet, there would be no leaders on that planet. There would be guides, the people who may know something more about something than you do. They'd help guide you so you can learn how to do it too. But you wouldn't have to rely on somebody else to lead the way. And you just kind of fumble along and just kind of hang out and just let them take control. That is not the way the human mind should be advancing. That's the reason why, that's one of the things that stop the human mind from evolving, by creating these leaders and creating these people of power and just letting them kind of lead you. Like the whole thing with the 1972 time hack. Right now, people aren't listening, but if tomorrow all of a sudden it comes out on the news and everybody starts paying attention to it, and then all of a sudden people start, everybody, oh yeah, the 1972 time hack, you know, then because they want somebody of stature, of leadership to lead them. And I don't want to be that person, but I'm telling, maybe one of you guys are, I don't know, but I'm just telling you what's happening. I'm showing you the proof. But anyhow, guys, I think this is it for me. I think I've ranted enough about this. I need to get to the gym. I've been really, really lacking in a lot of stuff. Gym, you know, with my health and martial arts and not making doctor's appointments and all kinds of stuff, because I've really been focused on trying to get this information out to you guys because it's so important. But I think I've probably pretty much found that this is a turning point. And with that, enjoy the rest of the time that you guys have left. Say goodnight, Groot. Say goodnight, Grogu.